Welcome back to Workers and Resources. Slowly progressing, improving our road construction capabilities. Looks like the construction office has been completed, which is what we need. Gravel and asphalt, please. We need that, plus a bunch of dump trucks. Of them, and we will keep it free to do whatever it wants to, but we will also assign it for road construction projects. So we'll put it on the assignment tool there, and that will be 12 more dump trucks ready to, I guess, block the customs house. They're all just getting out of there. Long travel distance, but eventually we will have a rail import for the resources. I guess I should maybe plan that just to have it on the map so I don't forget about it. So we have an aggregate unloading station here. An aggregate platform. And yes, the train can do a little bit of a corner, I guess, that's fine. We won't build that yet, but for the future, it's here. I'll connect that to the rail line, crossing the road, going past the little hill here, in some form. And that is probably something that will get supplied by a rail distribution office. It's directly connected to a storage, so we should be able to make that happen. And then the storage itself distributes it between the different construction tasks. Lots more dump trucks. Hopefully things will speed along now. I would like the loading platform to be available. This one. We need the electricity for it. Now, this thing is probably not going to be supplied by a train, so eventually we might have to use this one for trucks as well. But I haven't really left any space for that. There might be space over here. If I redo the power connection, I guess. I mean, it might be possible with the aggregate towers, just having one over here. Going over the road. And then into a loading platform. Then we have the aggregate loading platform over here. So that would be the new gravel delivery site for road construction, asphalt, concrete. Yeah, that's for the future. Right now we have our existing deliveries, but if we can remove the trucks from the equation and just do it by train, that would be nice. I don't know where the rail line's gonna go from here. What other things are gonna be down here? I think a single rail line to the aggregate unloading platform should be sufficient, but it might not be. I'll plan that later. Assign all the dump trucks to existing construction tasks. They don't assign them themselves. And I guess we can now start sending workers here, because we do have construction materials. This thing is still waiting for the road to be built. After that one, they can build the 3 additional helipads, so we have a little bit more fire safety, firefighting capabilities. Yeah, looks like all the new dump trucks have arrived, requiring more materials. I wonder if foreign labor would use cars. Like if I have a parking lot next to our bus stops, would they walk to a parking lot and then pick a car and drive somewhere where they're needed? That would be useful with the asphalt and concrete plants if we get our parking lots in order. Then we could use them without domestic workers. Those ones need to be hooked up once the road is done. This will be a bunch of construction tasks. And the road construction towards the town to have it in place. I also thought about, during the very short break, I thought about putting living quarters here, and I think I decide against that for now, for the fact that if I start put living accommodations in here, I will need a heating plant, whereas if I just use these, I don't, because they heat themselves. By creating pollution, but that's fine. Looks like some construction has actually happened in the train diesel platform, which is good to see. And the construction train is nearing the diesel platform, meaning we have almost reached 2/3 of the train line. Construction is still slow, but that's the way it is. Road construction is the most important thing right now, and these things can all be done by machinery. The parking lots do require electronic components, which is a little bit unfortunate. But so be it. Now, electricity, we still need to plan out, I think. Water and sewage we place down here. Electricity will start with one substation for the whole area, which is already placed. And the heating pump, so yeah, the heat exchanger, I guess we will need here. So we do need a heating plant, but we don't need to hook it up to... I guess if we have it here, we can have residential buildings. So I guess it wouldn't be a problem. Maybe I'll put down one block for 100 people. That is in range of everything. Not that one. I like those. 250 people. They'll live right smack in the middle. Can reach everything. Maybe actually the large one. Yes. We'll place that in here. And they just live here. We won't let anyone move into here. we don't get any citizens, they just build that thing eventually. It has everything it needs, hopefully. And it will keep all of these amenities running. And if we want to, we can have a bus stop here somewhere and pick some up, but they're mainly intended to just keep things running. It's probably way too many people. So if it had 200, how much was that? 250? 340. Let's say 333. So that's exactly 111 workers per shift. Now I would need to go through and see how many each require. But I think it's way less than 111. And they could also, of course, pick a parking lot, take a car and go somewhere else. But hopefully they all work domestically. Some of them could take a car and go here and do some of these things, so maybe that's the way we start out with. Actually that building, all of these working, and them going to the asphalt and concrete plant and working there. Yeah, maybe that works. I don't want them on construction sites, so I don't need the bus stop quite yet. All resources present, but a little bit of bricks. No road cranes yet. No workers yet. Just a ton of dump trucks at the customs house right now. So our supply of workers is impacted by that. Meaning our rail construction will be impacted, as the trains probably are going to drive home very soon. Wait, that one is supposedly still working. Oh, it just finished its animation, I guess. So, without workers, what are you going to do? Are you going to complain by driving home, or are you just stuck here continuously working? Because if it's the latter, I'd be happy. Oh, some workers just arrived, good. Yeah, this road to the other customs house is kinda... It has shot up in priority now that we have more dump trucks. Get this a higher priority. Once we have this in place, we can move all of the resource trucks over, as well as pick up some more from the other customs house. Looks like both trains can move fine, so the warning might have been something before that. I am worried about how much money we are using. I don't want to schedule any other construction tasks, so I guess this is now the point where I need to see if the scheduled constructions that are there to intended to ease current existing constructions are actually going to work, or if we made a mistake. I think using this small customs house will be good. And I will tell our bus to go back and forth between this one and this one to pick up workers once we have the road in place. Need those road constructions to finish, otherwise we're not going to have a good time with rail construction. Thankfully the road construction is not impacted by the amount of workers we have, at least for those segments. They were all relatively long. So we have a delivery point for gravel. There will be a delivery point for all the other construction materials. I guess if we want it to be cheap, we could just hook up a cargo platform to this existing storage arrangement, and that would be sufficient. Then we have a train delivery going here, supplying a low amount of every type of resource. I think that would be fine. I would like more storages, but for the start it would be the quickest setup, I guess. Quick, quote unquote. The train line still is taking quite a long time to build. And we don't have workers, so they drive back with all of their resources. But maybe the road will finish soon. Maybe I should split this up into multiple construction tasks, but it is working right now. We'll let it do its thing, I guess. Fuel platform still hasn't been built. It's getting there. 2 more cars full of workers will finish it. Road construction. Doing asphalt roads everywhere is very expensive with imported goods. If we hook those up, those would be like ideal for a distribution office, I think. They're very close to the construction offices as well. Let me remove this dirt road and that one. Now we have room for more helipads. 4 more. But I think this one will probably get some trucks instead, which might be in range. I guess if we have a parking space here, people could drive and work in this area. Would need a heating plant though. Maybe another fire station for the commercial district would be useful. And turn this one into only helicopters and then have some people working directly there. My god, we ran through like 500,000 rubles in a very short time. I guess I bought a bunch of vehicles also, so... Yeah, I'm not gonna cancel that, I don't think. I'll just let it run its course. Roller. Almost done. Like, I could split this up, but that causes all of these trucks to move back home. And I think I would also lose the resources on them. Yeah, I'll just let it run. I should probably tell the new dump trucks to pick things up from the other customs house. We do have a bypass road. I guess we need to finish that one. After that, they can access it. I forgot. Water, sewage, no heating, no electricity, but that one. I should have probably made a test with the parking lots with a small town instead of building a huge industry. If this whole thing doesn't work, I guess if it doesn't work, it doesn't really matter. Because, yes, this town will collapse, but the buildings will still be there, so we can move new people in there. So we can try until we find something that does work. Finally, road constructions are speeding up. Do need to assign workers to that segment because it's a short one. Rolling. That road is done completely. Good. So we have an asphalt road now going all the way. We have one split here, one split there. Another one here. Let me schedule the upgrade, but pause them. I should use the tool for that. I didn't schedule that one yet. We'll have to upgrade those eventually. I don't want to use the money we have to do that right now. I just want it to be queued up and on standby. They should focus on the commercial district right now and existing road constructions for down here that hook up these things. Just a little bit more focused rather than... We have one asphalt road, that's fine. That's good enough. Once this reaches the end, I think I will split this up into multiple segments so they can send multiple rollers here to finish things. I might replace one of the pavers with another roller. Sell that and get another roller here. So we have 5 pavers, 3 rollers. No, let's get one more. Another roller. And so we have 4 each and 3. We should have 4 trucks. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1 coming here, I think. Or do I now have 1 extra roller? 2 rollers coming here, so I have 1 extra. Sell that. Get another truck. Instead. You are stuck. There you go. No one else should be stuck. But it probably unassigned the construction offices. Which is fine. That's just the electric wire going to our future power plant. Not important right now. This thing would be kind of important because it would allow us to store some extra oil, so the oil pumps don't stop running that early. And then also that one, I really want it. That's a lot of fiddly construction tasks. Definitely don't do the power plant though. The rest is okay. Lots of dump trucks. How's the situation? We have arrived at the end if one more dump truck gets here with some asphalt. And then we can split it up. The road to the customs house is done. Meaning that this dump truck, construction office, can have its resources reassigned. That will reduce the strain on this customs house by quite a lot. As well as the distribution office, might as well do it for that one. I don't really need to assign anything here, I don't think. Yeah, I'll just leave it open. I don't think anything bad will happen. It shouldn't micromanage this too much. Yeah, that's fine. Should all be fine. We'll see if something bad happens. Still waiting on some asphalt. Meanwhile, the other parts are being completed. Is a truck heading here? Yes. Loading at that customs house, which is okay. I'll wait here until it arrived, and then I will split up the road. What are all these dump trucks? This dog. I'll also reassign you. There we go. Done. And now we put a few cuts in here. To give the rollers easier access to finish this. And then remove these segments again. I'm so worried. Removing the wrong thing. But it's fine. I guess I shouldn't have removed them because they need access, otherwise they are not going to roll them in parallel. Need to leave that. We'll remove that later. Okay, we have reached this intersection. Bunch of little road segments that need to be built by hand once the material is there. But the strain on the customs house should now have been reduced again. We still need to switch some of the construction offices. I will not switch those. They live here, I guess. But the large ones are okay. I should also tell the bus to cycle between the two customs houses. So we get all of them. Yes, it will drive along the dirt road now for a little bit, but I don't think the road construction will take too long. Rollers should be on their way. But let's make sure and actually assign them so they do actually get here. I thought I already did. I guess I split it up. Don't think I have any rollers nearby, so I think that was a necessity. I can check, just I didn't assign anything else. No, I didn't. I can't check. The ones that are close enough. Wait, did it? It did reset all of construction. No! It needs asphalt again. Well, that is nice. Okay, well, so be it. I guess I made a mistake. I thought once the asphalt has been laid out and it is time to roll it, it would be smart enough to just send rollers there after I split it up, but no. They have to start over again. I shouldn't have touched it. You can do it. At least the first phase. Now the oil refinery we do want to build. I guess the money drain was that we have started moving steel here. And mechanical components are still missing, but things are happening. I don't have a warehouse for mechanical components. So if we have like a train station for cargo here, we could also have a train station for a warehouse for mechanical and electronic components in this area. Either hooked up to the same platform or just with its own train line. Need more workers. The bus going along here is going to be a little bit slow, but it allows a few more workers to get ready for work. Oh no, it's taking too long, damn it. Some of them are not going to get into a shift. Oh well. Once the asphalt road is there, it's definitely going to be fine. Lots of workers. Okay, guess we have to repave the whole road. I don't know, I thought that would work. Guess I was wrong. Maybe it reset the whole phase. It does work for gravel, I think. Like, once I split it here, this one was ready for paving and this one still needed digging. So I don't know what went wrong. Let's assign these tiny road segments for worker construction projects. Oh, fuel storage is up. Let's fill it up with fuel. For our soon-to-have trains. Now, we have all the material for our train depot in place as well. Just need some road cranes and workers. I don't know where all the road cranes are. Are they still in the construction offices? Or did they move somewhere? Most of them are in the construction offices, so that's okay. But they are assigned here, right? Yeah, they should be. Trains moving, coming back with resources, materials, construction materials is not ideal. So we are not getting enough workers out of the customs houses right now. And yeah, the road construction project happening again is unfortunate, but it's 5 times as fast as it was before. Split it up into 5 segments. I'm not going to do any splitting up things in here, except for those that haven't started yet. Like split that up, I guess. Merge that. No, they can all be merged, that's fine. They should only use one paver, one roller. It's fine. We are very close to the 1 million ruble mark. money drain should slow down as soon as we stop importing a lot of steel and mechanical components. We will wait with building the oil refinery until we have everything else in place. Mainly our oil export, I think. Let's remove all workers from this for now. Let's not do any rail construction while we struggle. Wait until this road is done. And we have a continuous stream of workers driving around. On the other hand, let's remove that customs house from this route. And let's restart the Trabants. They are driving not the loop we want. What I want you to do is go to the customs house instead. So remove the road depot, and instead of the bus stop you go to the customs house directly. And then you go and bring them here. That's the plan. So this bus is just taking workers from over here, and the cars will bring them from the customs house. I don't think the cars will be enough, but it should be a continuous stream of workers into the bus stop again. Construction kind of depends on it. Now a second bus could solve all of that, but no buses. Plural. Once the asphalt road is done, we can move the Trabants back into storage and let the bus do both custom houses. Because I think the Trabants are not going to drain the large customs house of its workers. Or we can just move it there in addition to the Trabants. The bus, I mean. That road is almost done. We have reached a bridge, and that will need workers. The bridge is not urgent, but it is also slow to build, so we have 3 segments of the bridge, unfortunately. Can't all do it in one go. Rolling, rolling, paving, rolling, almost done, everything. Yeah, no more traffic jams here. Those construction offices can take resources from that one, but no other one should. Let's get the rail construction back on the way with at least 5 workers. Down here. Need to get here. How's the depot doing? No road cranes yet, so no worker has been brought here. Most construction tasks are done in this area. This whole setup is also not urgent. It would be really nice to have it, but I think we need to figure out if we can actually use cars first. So the important thing right now is to get to the town. And to our commercial district, because that thing will also take some money to build. I wonder if I can take people living here and move them in here and it doesn't activate the town. I don't actually know. Let's build that building last, but leave the Get Citizens checkbox in with relocating random citizens. And then see what happens. So we'll trigger the construction of this thing last. I guess we can let it build. It will build itself only to the last phase with some workers, and we do need to assign those manually if we want that. Lots of cars, no asphalt here yet. That's how it works, I guess. First part done. You're over halfway done. You're still paving. You're rolling. Train is waiting too long. What's the issue here? Oh, you're building. And you're blocking that train. What train track are you trying to build? I don't know why you're blocked by that. So I'm just gonna tell you to go ahead. It's fine. Shouldn't have been an issue. Maybe it's because of this block. We'll leave these as regular signals for now. Refueling of the gas station is done. The diesel station, I mean. Asphalt for the small construction projects are in place, are they not? Yes, they are. So now you can bring some workers here. No, it actually makes sense. We're almost towards the first parking lot. Almost. Roller, you are all done. Okay, so I can start removing these dirt roads. Being very careful not to remove any asphalt road by accident. Okay, you turned around, fine. Get off this road. Come on. There we go. Snapping point removed. Roll that. That's almost done. Okay, just one more segment. After you are done, we can remove the rest of the dirt road. And we have upgraded. I think you are ready to go back to this customs house because I think those trabants are not enough to pick everyone up. I had a hunch. So, we're gonna do both. The trabants will keep running for now, I think. But yeah, need more workers. I guess we can have more people in the rail construction office again. Come on, finish rolling. It's gonna take a little bit longer. Lots of dump trucks waiting here. You're almost done. Almost. Not quite. Yeah, these short intersections take a long time. I wonder if you merge the intersection, if it works quicker. Like if I... Oh, I can't merge it. Not before it gets built. Oh well. Yeah, just finish that thing. One more car, maybe two. We'll get there. Halfway done. I don't know why you're complaining all the time. So what's the issue now? Are you blocking yourself? I guess I need signals here to make that a non-issue. Apparently they are merging themselves through here. Yeah, I need signals in front of this. Once this train starts driving back, I'll probably put some signals in, but not right now. That's done. Leave that little piece. And then we have access to all road constructions. These two, that one. This segment still needs to be done, but wouldn't be urgent. Money drain has slowed down a little bit. Almost there. A bunch more workers. The demolition tools are very dangerous. You could in realism mode, you could accidentally delete a very critical part of your infrastructure. Or the bulldozer tool. The bulldozer tool is kind of ridiculous. Okay, looks like it's done. Just gonna wait for these vehicles to move off. And then we can start removing this thing. And probably won't be able to remove those snapping points for a long time, so we'll just leave them be. But now we should be getting a lot more workers again to the whole area here, supplying people. Could make a train, getting them into our area over here, but we'll test it with the oil refinery with a bus first. See how much money we make. I guess we can like take a look and do some math. So 250 tons of oil would be 125 tons of fuel. That would mean oil is, let's say, 27, 28, let's say 30. And we sell it for half of that in fuel. So fuel is, let's say, 100. Half of that is 50. Which is also already profitable, depending on how much the workforce costs. And then you still get bitumen out of it. Bitumen is like a third or a fourth, and bitumen is really worth it. I think it still works with the oil refinery with foreign labor. We're gonna try that. I'm gonna move the bus over, bring workers into the oil refinery. And if it does, I can bring workers in here with a train from the customs house. Okay, that road construction will take a long time, but once it's done, we have almost reached the city, and this area is now the main focus. Meanwhile, almost all construction materials are available at the oil refinery, so we could also start sending some people here. Road construction projects still have priority, but those that require workers are almost all done. The rest can be done by machinery. What's the status on the snow plows? Where are they here? Do you reach all the way to the customs house? My prediction is yes, but I should put a sign here to not plow that area. So, no winter services going towards the city, thank you. Don't really need winter services in this area either. Gas station, kind of important, can't forget about that. And maybe that small road piece in between here. Because it is the intersection for the gas station, so might as well make that happen. We'll have to assign workers at some point. But they can bring some gravel and material in there already. Now most of the workers are gonna go to the bridge construction, I would hope. I don't actually know where they are all going right now. Looks like most of them are in the rail construction office. Some of them being carried by car. I hope they have enough time to get to this area. Commercial district. 46 something, unfinished road. Now that it's starting to snow, we have 12 hours to get there. And it is an asphalt road, so it should not be too slow. You're still driving 40 kilometers an hour. Rather than sub 10 kilometers an hour if it was a dirt road. I'll follow you, see how you make it. Also some snow road clearing services should be in place, although not next to the commercial district quite yet. I guess I could put one in place there. Time-wise, this should be fine. This road is done. There will be a road clearing service in this area. Probably here. I think. Or should it be on this road? If it's on this road, it could interfere with the parking lots. I think I'll put it here. A free one. For now. Nothing fancy. Range of 1 kilometer is okay. Could be a little bit longer. No, 1 kilometer is fine. And just get some snowplows. We don't need fast snowplows, we need snowplows with good snowplowing speed. Deprioritize mud roads if possible, and be on your way. Finally some workers at the long train depot, meaning that we might be able to buy a train soon. It's gonna be another large expense. Okay, that's one way to build that train line, sure. Guess we can put in some signals now. Put in signals everywhere. Maybe a little bit more symmetrical, but yes, please. Okay. It should hopefully cause less interference between construction projects for them. Can't believe it's already been 2.5 in-game years. We don't have any... I guess I can't say we don't have any people living here. We haven't built any residential building yet. Getting more money at the start really makes you like build a lot of crazy stuff and try to make it work. But we are slowly approaching the 1 million ruble mark, which is the starting point of like the hard difficulty money. But we have a lot of things in place that should make things very profitable from the get-go. More workers, please. Helipads are done, so I guess I don't need those roads anymore. I will buy another helicopter. Or no, I will wait until we get the larger ones, I think. But we have the ability. Actually, do we actually have already the best ones for the price? What do we have? MI4. MI4 is really cheap. Get more MI4s. Fill up on MI4 helicopters. That will put my mind at ease. Having that many helicopters in place, even on the area with the oil refinery, one helicopter will douse the fire a little bit, and then at some point 3 helicopters in addition to that will arrive and hopefully extinguish anything. Okay. Lots of workers waiting here now. Let's increase it to 15. I guess we doubled the amount of workers we have by using 2 customs houses. So we now, I think, can increase the rail construction back to 20 workers. These are filling up quite a lot. Let's increase to 30. I don't want them to run full and waste workers, so let's maybe use a few more. And let's tell the Trabants to stop moving workers. Get back into here. Into the road depot. The bus itself is fine. I increased it by a lot, so this is probably going to empty out pretty quickly. Doubling it would have been sufficient. But it's winter time and our construction office cars don't get enough workers to construction sites, so things are a little bit slow. Road clearing is happening. Good. The road has been built, so also the warehouse and distribution office for our commercial district can be hooked up and start construction. Still need to find a place for the heating plant. It's probably just going to be on this road next to the commercial district. Or the other idea was to have it in between the city and the commercial district so it can reach both of them with ease. Still no electricity, but we have reached the point where we can send workers to all of these construction projects, and the materials in the meantime have been brought here. So that should make gravel way quicker to load once they finish that. Just ignore red, it's fine. It's fine, nothing bad can happen. There's another red. Ignore that one as well. That depot is taking quite a while. Lots of construction projects ongoing. Yeah. Lots of little road constructions here. Not gonna send any workers here yet. It would take up all of our road cranes, I think. Intersection is done. Let's merge it. Make it one block to be assigned at a later time. Let's do that for all of these intersections actually. Okay. there's a fire in the commercial district, I think the helicopter's gonna go here, pick up water to deliver rather than going to this lake, which would be closer. We are waiting for probably a rail construction project in here, no? Why are you waiting? It is in there. Ignore it, it's fine. I'm not going to tell you to ignore it for every little piece. Probably have to put a signal in here somewhere. There you go. So the other train is down here somewhere, occupying this rail block. We have the ability to refuel our trains. And we are heading now towards the loading platform. Can I disable individual connections here? No. Can I? Can just turn it on and off. So I would need to get rid of this pipe if I wanted to store fuel in here from this pump. But yeah, the priority should be 3 first, 2 isn't connected, and 1 last right now. We want to fill these tanks up first, so we have some extra oil. Increase the priority of this and assign some workers. I am going to take another break, meaning I'm going to put a cut in here. So we've finally reached the commercial district and we have finally started the construction of our first parking lot. Still a while to go until we get everything in place, but we are ever closer, so please bear with me. I hope you enjoy the videos. I'll be right back on Twitch and on YouTube. Maybe I'll see you in the next episode.